Guppies have been a staple in the aquarium hobby for generations. With their wide variety of colors, tail shapes, and patterns, there's no question why guppies are a favorite for both the novice and expert hobbyists alike. While a tank full of guppies is something to behold, many aquarium keepers would prefer to keep guppies in a community tank environment. So let's head into the fish barn and take a look at some awesome Tankmates to go with your guppy. So before diving into the list, let's go ahead and talk about what makes a great Tankmate for your guppy. You'll want to avoid fish that will eat the guppies, so that would rule out most African and South American cichlids. In addition, most guppies prefer harder water, so you will want to choose fish that are compatible to the guppy's water parameters from a pH, hardness, and temperature perspective. So researching your potential Tankmates before going to the fish store will ensure that you choose a proper fish. So let's go ahead and start out with cherry shrimp. While not a fish, but an invertebrate, cherry shrimp of the genus Neocaridina are extremely hardy and prefer the harder water parameters that guppies enjoy. With their bright red colors, you can see them scurrying around the tank, clinging to plants, decorations, and other objects while they look for food. While not their primary function, cherry shrimp can act as a cleanup crew, helping to break down waste in your aquarium. However, you do need to make sure that your shrimp are getting food along with what they scavenge in the bottom of your tank. Plecos are another great foraging fish that make a great Tankmate for your guppies. I prefer the bristlenose plecos since they stay a decent size, are hardy, and easy to take care of. These fish will keep mainly to the bottom of the aquarium, foraging around for algae and other morsels of food, and will not directly compete with the guppies for food. You'll need to research the type of pleco you're keeping, since some species can get quite large and have varying dietary requirements, such as meat or requiring wood. I would also avoid the common pleco, which is commonly available in big box stores, since it can grow quite large, reaching over a foot long. With that being said, if you stay with bristlenose and other smaller pleco species, they make great Tankmates in your guppy community aquarium. Corydoras Catfish are another great fish that you can pair with your guppies. These schooling bottom dwellers are always foraging around for food, much like the plecos we spoke about earlier. The Cory catfish are not aggressive and can handle the same temperature and pH ranges as your guppies. A great thing about Corydoras Catfish is that there's a great variety of color forms to choose from, so you'll be sure to find one with the color patterns you enjoy. These fish will also act like a cleanup crew, cleaning up anything the guppies don't eat, and do a great job of helping keep your aquarium clean. However, like the plecos, you'll need to make sure that food reaches the bottom of the tank. Corydoras catfish are a schooling fish, so you'll need to keep them in groups of 6 or more to ensure that they're happy and comfortable. Panda Garra are another great fish that you can put in your guppy aquarium. These fish are extremely active and will add a great deal of activity to your guppy aquarium. You can find these fish moving through the tank, eating algae, and foraging among the rockwork, plants, and hardscape looking for food. However, you will need to add some protein matter into their diet to ensure they're healthy. Panda Garra are extremely hardy and can live in a wide variety of water conditions, which makes them ideal to pair with your guppies. I really do enjoy the camouflage color pattern with the difference between the dark green and the light green patterns. The Panda Garra are peaceful and will not harass your guppies or their fry. You could also pursue a Livebearer community tank. The vast majority of Livebearers enjoy the same temperature and water parameters that guppies will enjoy. You will need to keep in mind, though, that with some species, there's a high probability of interbreeding. Any fish of the genus Placilia would fall into that category. So for example, your guppies could interbreed with your endlers, which is how many of the guppy and endler strains have been developed. Mollies are also of the genus Placilia, and you'd create something called a muppy or a golly. These fish are infertile and are not able to reproduce. However, guppies will not interbreed with swordtails or platies of the genus Xiphophorus, and in fact, guppies with platies is one of my favorite combinations since they don't interbreed with each other and are generally not aggressive fry eaters. You could also do swordtails, but swordtails are known to be more aggressive when pursuing and eating fry. There are many great schooling fish that go great with guppies. Many of the smaller tetra species, like the cardinal, neon, and ember tetras, would make great additions to your guppy tank. You will need to do some research on some of the tetra species because they can be fin nippers and would definitely attack the big flowing tails on your guppies. If tetras are not your thing, there's some other great options when it comes to schooling fish. You look into fish like rasboras, danios, and if you're looking for a top dweller, hatchet fish. One thing you do need to keep in mind with hatchet fish is that you'll need to make sure to have a cover because these fish are known to jump out of the aquarium.